Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Stoney Love Morning Show. I'm sorry I'm late. Technical difficulties this morning, and we have no control over those things. I'm so glad that you're rocking with me this morning, and I want to say thank you for your patience. I am so honored and grateful that you have tuned in today to watch the show. Be the reason someone smiles today. Please make sure that you bring peace with you wherever you go. Today's guest, as we've been waiting for, filmmaker of Marcus Head Films. He is the producer and writer of the upcoming movie Can't Get Right. And then we also have in the studio screenwriter and actress producer Barbara D. Tomakello. I hope I said that correctly. I hope that you all are having a wonderful day. I'm going to do just a little bit of news this morning. In DeKalb County, Commission approves property tax, and the rate will be going up. Police investigating a DeKalb daycare after reporting of an inappropriate discipline. So, back then when we were kids, we got disciplined in school, but I'm not sure about daycare. Maybe that is definitely inappropriate. Deplorable ex-Stonecrest mayor gets 57 months in a COVID fraud case. And the Omicron's BA.5 is spreading quickly throughout Georgia, and there is a new wave of new infections and hospitalizations within the county. So even though you may have the vaccine, and even though you may have had the previous COVID, please mask up. And a 17-year-old boy and his mother was arrested in teen shooting death near City Park. And the Braves lost the series, and the Mets proved their point. And in celebrity news, Amber Rose doesn't believe there is a God. And Khloe Kardashian is having a baby with Tristan Thompson via surrogate. And happy birthday to Tiny Tamika of Escape. So that was a little bit of news in Atlanta this morning, you guys. And as I said, we have filmmaker Marcus Head of Marcus Head Films. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Just a correction, it's M Head Films.
Oh, I'm sorry. M Head
okay.
Films this morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. You're in Florida. I'm in Georgia, right?
Correct.
And so you're in the Sunshine State. I love it there. May I ask what part are you in? City you in?
I'm in Fort Pierce, which is about an hour and a half from Miami and about almost 2 hours from Orlando. So it's called the Treasure Coast.
Oh, the Treasure Coast. You have beaches?
It's about 20 minutes from West Palm Beach.
Okay, so you're near the beaches. Okay, that's good. I love.
Yeah, we are all around the water.
Oh yes, I love the beach. The most I've been there was St. Augustine and Jacksonville, as far as the beaches. So
you look like you doing the show from Stone Mountain at the top of the Stone Mountain over there.
Well, yes, I love it here. It's beautiful being outside. And it's the breeze in the morning, the sun shining, and it changes your whole mood, and it brightens your day no matter what you're going through. And I love it. I wouldn't do the show any other place. It's the perfect place. I want to say thank you for waiting for me this morning and your patience. You have a new movie that's coming out, and it's called Can't Get Right. Now, this... a lot of us can't, because I'm one of them sometimes, and that could mean a lot of things. Can you tell us a little bit about the film and what it's about?
Sure. Can't Get Right. It's actually kind of a true story about my life, about a guy who just always getting fired, can't keep a job. He lives with his pot smoking grandmother, Grandma Dirty. She one of them old school but new school GDs, is what they call her, to where she thinks the only way to get in church is to shout it out, pay her tithes, and show up to church on time. Her son, Tyler, is a barber by trade, played by Shotty Shotty. What my name is. Shout out to Shotty Shotty.
Yes.
Grandma Dirty is played by Mahogany Raspberry. And we also have Rodney Perry, who's Officer Buford Black in the film. It's just a good story, a good film, basically about a man who just can't get right, always messing up, always doing things. He finds a bag of money that belongs to the mob. The mobster is played by Damon Williams. Shout out to Chicago, my hometown. And basically, Tyler has to find a way to get right, and one whole community is affected by all his decisions that he's making. So, like I said, it's just a funny film. Everybody that's watching it will identify with somebody from that pastor, shady pastor, played by weight ball Aaron Young. Basically, that pastor that 1 minute he over there smoking weed, and next minute he on the pulpit. We have Butterby Rocker, who's playing Jasmine in the film. Jesse Lewis, the fourth. Squirt. Tim Murray, who's Dr. Do That. Just a great film. We got great music. We got a song by Rick Ross, Ace Drushi. We got a song by Montel Jordan is an executive producer on the film. And we have about 3 songs with him in there with Lecrae. So can't get right. You just got to check it out. You can check it out. You can go to can'tgetright.com, and that's Can't Get Right with the RITE. And you can also follow me on Mhead Filmmaker on Instagram, or you can follow me at Can't Get Right Film on Instagram. So, like I said, it's just funny. You'll enjoy it. It's got that old school hometown funny humor, and it's a lot of things that people be talking about from years to come.
So the movie is already out.
We have what we did was self-distribution. I'm trying to do something a little different. What we're doing self-distribution. It was supposed to be on Roku, Fire Stick, and Amazon TV, but for some reason we've been having some connection issues. We do have a link right now where you can go watch the film, and the link is artist iktv1.vhx.tv. That's a lot to think about. So go back and reread this when you get a chance, and once you just check below, just look below, and you'll see down, and you can find, like I say, just go to can'tgetright.com. It's $9.99. We're just doing a self-distribution, but we are working with a couple of platforms in the next month or two that we will have it on there. We're also looking at Roku and Fire Stick. Still get that back up. So,
we would love to have you play it right here on Clark TV Network as well.
Yeah, we have just so many different options, but we want to make sure we put it on the right platforms where it can be seen, viewed, and because it's that type of story where you just gonna keep watching it over and over, and it's clean, not one curse word. The family can watch it.
Perfect
of course,
platform.
it's got the weed, but the weed is legal in a lot of places, so it's all good. But but it's not nothing that no nudity and like I said, no disrespect or anything like that. Just a good film.
Well, they say weed is holy right now, so they even say weed stop you from.
Weed is holy in some places that help
they even say that if you smoke weed,
twitch out of you. You know what I mean?
You won't catch COVID. That's what they say. Scientifically,
I personally am not a weed smoker, but if COVID ever came to my household, I would be lighting it up.
You gonna lock it up?
No, I'll be lighting it up.
Oh, you gonna light it up? Well, yeah, they say
if I get COVID and it's gonna help me, I will light it up.
Scientists have said that if you smoke a lot of weed, that will protect you from catching COVID. Now, I must say that I believe some of that is true because my son smoked every day, and I had COVID and he never caught it. Neither did my nephew.
I'm around people that smoke a lot, so I'm just gonna start sniffing a lot harder. Then I should be okay. You know what I mean?
I have, and none of them have caught COVID, have they?
No, ain't none of them caught COVID.
Exactly, and scientists say that is one of the forms of.
I learned something new today. I did not know that, so I learned something new.
Yes. So and I always tell people to Google me whenever I put these things out here. Go behind me and do your research as well. But that is so true. And then I looked around the people in my house. I was like, wait a minute. That must
Tony,
be
you about
true.
to have people smoking weed all over the country, little babies, everything gonna be over there, just over there in their little bottle. They got a little thing in a bottle, just doing their thing. Boy.
Well, listen. I do a lot of reading, Marcus, and I
Okay.
try to stay informative so that I'll know what's going on around the world. So when I
Do you
can
do the reading while you smoke?
and see, but I don't smoke. I don't smoke, and maybe I should, but I
Okay.
don't. And
I'll tell you what. Next time I see you, I don't smoke neither. Maybe we'll just light one up just to see what happens.
and see what happens. Oh my God! You know what? I've never tried it. My son always said, "Mom, I think you should try this." And I'm like, "Boy, if you don't get out, first of all, if you don't get out my room." But it's
But we just make
amazing.
sure if you do, you're not gonna be doing no interviews that high up in the air. Okay.
Well, yes, you're right. You're so right. I don't know, but I know this. I just invested in. I think it's called. Is it called cannabis? Is that the real name for it now?
Yes, I think
I
so.
just invested in a company. They're selling it. Their shares at $2.81 for cannabis that they're growing in Florida. And so I bought me a couple of shares. I'm like, well, is
You know a
everybody's?
lot about cannabis, a lot about weed. You even give me numbers, and you talk about you don't smoke. Maybe you smoking right now. You just don't know that. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm
I'm
just playing.
like, if I see everybody smoking it, I might as well invest in it. It might just turn out to be lucrative for me at some point. So you might want to check that out.
I
Buying
have a
some.
cousin that does it in Michigan, and
Uh-huh.
she's a millionaire from doing it.
Oh, really? From she sells cannabis?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you know, in Chicago, Michigan, no, I think North Carolina, you know, a couple other places. I know over there on the West Coast, California, Arizona, all those places are legal, and it's
Yeah, I
not legal
know.
in
A friend
Florida
of
right
mine
now.
moved from here just so that they can grow it and sell it in another state. So they're doing
It's not
well.
legal in Florida, but what's funny is they got a lot of weed shops up saying for medicinal purposes and medical and everything else like that. So
But they
eventually, it's
grow
gonna
it there
start.
for
It's
that
gonna eventually
reason.
come to Florida.
Yes, they grow it there for that reason,
Oh yeah.
and it's and right now, if you look at the stock market, this is the great time
It's
to
wait, we you can. It's on the stock market.
yes,
Really?
yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. You know a
It's
lot about it, Stoney. And your name is Stoney. Something's going
yes.
on here.
I promise you, it's on the stock market. You can invest in
Wow.
weed on the stock market, and
Okay. All
hopefully
right.
it'll go up, 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 up. So they're taking the jobs from the drug dealers. They're finding a way, to take to put the weed man out of business. But
I'm
oh,
impressed. I'm very impressed on the things. We just getting all off the rails, but I'm
I
still
know we
impressed.
are we're all off on something else. But when you were talking about weed in your movie, and
Oh,
I
it's
was
all
like,
good.
wow, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, as I was listening to the plot of your story, it kind of reminded me of a Friday sort of thing. And I haven't seen the movie. I'm gonna check it out Sunday. I'll have more time to sit and just look at it, and I'm gonna email you and tell you my thoughts about it. But
Do me a
it's
favor.
yes.
After you watch it, if you could, do a small video about what you liked, who was your favorite character, and how it, made you feel, and what did you identify, and who that it reminds you of. And send that to me, and I'll post it on my movie page and on my website page. Because anybody that has any feedback about the film, we just actually had a contest where we gave one person $250, one person $150, and another person $75 for posting, and we had a contest for that, and we actually may do it again. It was
Well,
very
honey, I sure
successful.
hope y'all needed to do it again so I can get them 250.
Now,
Yeah.
like I said, you can go to the website can'tgetright.com. That's with the RITE. You can follow me at Mhead Filmmaker and Can't Get Right Film, and you can get all the information because there's a link to watch the film. It's called Artist IK TV, the number one dot VHX dot TV. And like I said, just click on. You can go ahead and watch it. And we also have a couple other things in the pipeline. I have a improv stand-up comedy show called Live and in Color. We just finished shooting that. We'll have that out the beginning of September. Just a few clips and things like that. But We're working on that. It's got Coco Brown, it's got Shawty, Rodney Perry, Leon Rogers. It's got a lady named Madam Boss. She's like Cookie Lyons in Africa. She's from Africa, but she's like really big over there. And we got Marvin Hunter, Jesse McDonald, Lady Ariel. It's just imagine Mad TV, Mad TV or Chappelle Show, Saturday Night Live. It's just a bunch of just different, sketch comedies. And in between each sketches, we're going to actually feature artists with their videos. So we can go ahead and just get everything out, as far as just putting people on. But what I really love about this, besides the funny, we also have Dr. Sabrina Jackson, who she's on Fox TV, Fox TV One, Fox TV in Detroit. And she does a lot of funny things where she's doing therapy. But at the end of every segment, she's going to actually talk about mental health, bullying, suicide. So she's going to talk about things that's going on in our community, marriage, finances, to not only just be funny, but we're going to also educate our audience as well to let them know about certain things that, if you need help, or here's how you can get through those things.
Has anyone ever told you that you have striking resemblance to Spike Lee?
No, people do that. People say I look like Denzel Washington. I look like Scottie Pippen. It's the hat. For the Spike Lee, it's the hat. And then like I said, I never shave. You know what I mean? But my butt is clean and my face is clean. But I never shave because that's my image. Everybody know me from the different colored glasses, my hat, and like I say, I just keep it rough because that's one less thing I got to worry about in the morning.
Right.
And my wife like.
All right, long as the missus like you good.
So that's all that matters, baby.
Right, that you're good. Now, are there any more films besides Can't Get Right that we need to be bracing ourselves for the future?
Yes, I cannot tell you everything. I do have a film. I'm actually finishing the script, and we're gonna actually start breaking down the everything. It's about a living. It's well, he's not living anymore, but one of the most famous comedians of all time. Can't say his name, but we are going to do a film about that. Oh, wow. And I also have a sci-fi project that we're going to do. Just imagine Fast and Furious in space with fancy spaceships. We're designing a video game. A toy company is interested in what we're doing. So that's something we're going to do as well. That's like the big multi-million-dollar project. And exciting news, and I'll announce it here on the Stoney Love Show. I'm actually going to start my own podcast next month as well. Montel Jordan is going to be the first guest on the show, and we're going to have multiple guests, people from the Can't Get Right, and just so many, different people. And then down the line, we also have like that 50 Cent BF Ghost Power type series that we're going to do.
Yes.
And it's going to be basically about a strip club owner who, is just ruthless. And somebody's going to go undercover to try to, get the truth and find out to, like that deep cover, Brooklyn's Finest, Donnie Brasco type film.
Are you guys ever going to film in Atlanta?
That's the only place I film. My studio is right off of Atlanta Foot Industrial. Shout out to Joel Studios. Is where we do all of our shooting, and we have just so many different locations. And I lived in Atlanta for a while, so I have it's just.
So this is like your second home.
Atlanta's like my second home, and it's just a lot of love, a lot of support. So I have a lot of locations that business owners let me use their locations and things like that. So just the community is just very helpful.
Well, the next time you're here in Atlanta at your studio, I'm going to come by and pop my head in and wave.
So we're going to have brownies. We're going to have brownies, little something up in it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have some brownies.
Lord, you trying to send me down to Grady.
No, we're going to start. We're going to both start out slow. I know people like, nah, they both lying. They both smoke weed. Nah, trust me. I don't smoke and you don't smoke. Look,
I
don't. The lips. You see the lips?
Yes.
I got pink lips, okay? All right? So I got pink lips, so I don't smoke.
Yeah, I don't either. I try to keep myself as pure as I can. I'll be 50 years old in September, so I don't do the drinking. I don't do the smoking. If I exercise more, I probably would look like a 20-year-old. So
you don't need to exercise, girl. Look like a 50-year-old and be happy. There you go. Shake it and be happy.
I could play a grandma in one
this year.
I could play a grandma in one of your movies. So.
Grandma grandma, girl, please, I ain't gonna have you as no grandma. I'm gonna have you as that fine, sexy chocolate, just dripping chocolate on the set, girl. Yeah,
I
you
could
ain't no
play.
grandmama yet,
I
girl.
I could- I could.
Are you a grandmother?
I am a grandmother of 8.
You are a grandmother. Well, you
Yes.
are one of the beautiful grandmothers I've ever seen. So, what do they call you? What's your nickname?
They call me Ma.
Ma?
Yeah, Ma. All my
Okay.
grandkids call me Ma.
I have a 22-year-old. When
Hmm.
eventually, when I have a grandkid, I want my kids to call me granddaddy. All these new names, and no, call me grandpa, granddaddy.
Yeah.
I don't want all these new names. I want the old school type.
Yeah, I'm like Big Mama of the family, so they call me
Okay,
Ma.
because you got Nana, you got
Yeah.
Mama G, you got Second Mama, you got
Yeah. They
just
just call me Ma.
okay.
So they identify me as the mother. I mean, because I do love them with all my heart. They're very special to me. And I want to give a
Now we
shout
are
out
going to do
to my grandson this morning, Jeremiah. I love you. And I know you're not watching
okay,
this, but
cool.
I hope you can feel it.
Now we just to add a little note, we are eventually. I know I got a lot of stuff going on, but we are eventually going to do a not the Can't Get Right too, but we're going to do a spinoff with Grandma Dirty. That's what we're going to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So yeah, Grandma Dirty.
Okay. I can't
She's gonna
wait.
be in a nursing home. I mean, she's gonna be running a nursing home, and these guys are going to actually, um, like rob a bank, and the police gonna come pick them up, and they're gonna have to go to jail for a few years. And when they come back, they're gonna notice the house is not the same because now it's a place for old folks. So now they got to try to figure out how they gonna come in the house and get the money
That they
with
left in the
all these
house.
old folks. So just imagine any old folks experience, but it's gonna be that sexy old folks where they be getting down and they just doing all
Right.
type of
Doing all
stuff,
kind
the
of
new
dirty
school
stuff.
stuff. So check it out though. It's like
Oh,
I
it
said,
sounds
we
like
got a
you got
lot
a
coming
lot
up, but
of
we're gonna get it all in.
great, funny projects that you're working on. And you write all of these yourself?
Yes, I write everything myself. You know, um, I just like I said, that's my biggest gift is I love to write. I have the biggest imagination. I just really know how to organize, put people together. I started as a stand-up comedian, and in Atlanta, actually,
Oh,
I
wow.
was a regular uptown comedy. You remember the old school Uptown by Houston's in Brookwood? I
Yes.
started out there. Bruce was the first person. Actually, the Comedy Act Theater is where I first started out. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm an old head, and I just kept a relationship with all the comedians, throughout the years, and just one day my wife and I was watching TV. We couldn't find anything on Netflix, any of that stuff. So she's like, "Why don't you just write a movie? You're always talking about it." And bam, just right there.
Bruce and Shawty used to perform at 559.
559. Yep, I remember it.
Oh,
And
they were.
Small Fry.
Yes.
You know what? I got a funny story.
Okay.
The first time I ever got on stage, it was at what was that? I just said Comedy Act Theater on 10th Street. First time I ever got on stage, and Bruce was the host. What's his name? Ricky Harris was the headliner,
Uh huh.
and Kevin Hart was on the show. Mike Epps was on the show, and this guy named Chris Charles was on the show. And after I got up there, I did Fire Marshal Bill because I did a good Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah, I was killing them. I was like, somebody rocking down the street. I mean, I was just killing it, right? And then I just got off that and started doing everything else, and it didn't go well. And I got booed off the stage. But Kevin Hart came up to me and was like, "Man, look, you're funny." He said, "You got it." He said, "You didn't get it right there on stage, but I see what you got, and you got it. Keep it up." And I didn't do comedy for like 3 months later, and then I eventually got back into it, and just man, I really made a name for myself, and I got my big break when I opened up for Ron White at the Comedy Act Theater. You know, Ron White is Tater Salad. He was on the
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
Collar tour with Billy Engvall, what's that? Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff Foxworthy. So,
Yes.
I did very well. We didn't get along at all when I first, because I was real raunchy on the show. And he was like, "Look, if you don't get your shit together," I can't say that. He said, "If you don't get your stuff together, you're going home." And I know he couldn't do that because I was on a contract with, Columbia House Theater in South Carolina when we did it. And then it just so happened I cleaned it up a little bit for him. He really loved my act, and we just had a great time. And he took me on the road with him, and I just was opening up in theaters and major clubs and things like that. And it just like really stuck me, and I just really loved it. Plus, I got a background. I used to be a general manager at Steak and Shake, and I used to be a manager at TGI Fridays in Camp Creek, actually. TGI Fridays
Really?
in Camp Creek, and at the airport. Yeah, that was many moons ago. But so I have
Right.
a background of just organizing, and plus, after I finished doing comedy, I just started booking clubs all over the country for a lot of comedians. So a lot of people know me more of an underground booking, comedy, and now I'm putting my talents in behind the screen now.
That's amazing. We're gonna share when we go on break. We're gonna share a little bit of the theme song for "Can't Get Right" and show
Okay.
everybody the flyer. That's
Did you have a
out.
trailer?
You didn't send me a trailer
You didn't
for.
see the trailer? Okay.
I didn't get a
Okay.
chance.
No
I
problem.
didn't get a chance to sit down and look at it the way I wanted to because I was had a family crisis. But
It
I
wasn't
will.
because you were smoking, were you?
I wasn't.
I,
I wasn't smoking.
I'm just messing with
I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out on Sunday. You're gonna get feedback from me, and I'm gonna send you a video as you
you. Okay.
requested for everything that I viewed. But it sounds like it's gonna be if it just because Shouty Shouty is in this, I already know this is
Okay.
gonna be
Okay.
off the chain. And how
Well,
is it
anyone that does,
working?
any
Go ahead.
anyone that wants to see the trailer, just go to can'tgetright.com. That's can't get right with the RITE, or go to Mhead Filmmaker, or just Google my name, Marcus Head, and I'll come up, and you can just watch everything about what's going on.
How is it working with having um, Montel Jordan as a co-producer?
Okay.
How is it working with him?
Cool.
It's cool working with him. Okay. So did he write any parts of this movie?
Okay. I'm sorry. I
No, I
didn't hear
was
you. I heard
asking
you.
about Montel Jordan as your co-producer in this
No,
movie.
Montel was, more of a, finance backer. I consulted with him on a few things, and just we talked, and he was just a great, what's to say? He was just a great ambassador as far as just certain connections.
That's good.
I went on certain radio shows, certain podcasts, big radio shows, and things like that, and he was very helpful with that. And him and I have talked about things. Like I said, he's going to be one of my first guests on my show, and eventually we're going to do a lot of things because he has a ministry that he's about to do online. So like I said, Montel. For anybody that's never met Montel Jordan first is a man of God, and he's a good brother. Just says what he's gonna do, follows up what he's gonna do. Just a real good guy, and don't let the movie, reflect Montel's, personality, anything like that. But like I said, he's just a smart investor. He saw a great project, so he wanted to invest in it, and
Awesome.
just a real good guy. Him and his wife Christine, just good people, really good people.
Well, hopefully we can get them to stop by the Stoney Love show one day. And
Okay, okay, we can always work things out. God always has a plan,
oh,
honey.
he does definitely. But in the meantime, we're gonna watch a little bit and hear. I'm sorry, a little bit of the theme music. Will you tell everybody where they can find you?
Sure. You can find me on Facebook. Just go on to Marcus Head. You can find me on Instagram at Mhead Filmmaker. That's with two M's, Mhead Filmmaker. Go to the website can'tgetright.com. And also my website for my film company is mheadfilms.com. And like I said, just Google my name, Marcus Head. I'm always in Atlanta, always working on projects. And I'm always looking for actors. I'm always looking for artists. Right now, for the project we have, Live and in Color, we're still looking for artists. So if you're an artist that has a 30 to 40-second video, please send that in. You can send it in to filmmaker at mheadfilms.com. That's our company website email. And like I say, just anything related to Can't Get Right with RITE or Marcus Head, trust me, I'm out there where you can find me.
Okay, definitely. And you'll be definitely hearing from me.
Yeah. Now, just to set up the song you're about to play, it's a song I actually wrote. And the young man who, his name is Truman, who is doing the lyrics and things like that. So shout out to Truman. But I did write the lyrics and basically orchestrated the song. Sonny Cheeves gave me the rights for the music and everything else. And we just put together a great project.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna listen to your music, and we're gonna show everybody. It's gonna play along with the flyer. And thank you so much, Marcus, for coming by
Much
this
love,
morning.
baby. I appreciate you.
And you're definitely going to be seeing me soon, some way, somehow. I really
All
enjoyed
right.
my conversation with you today, and have a
Yeah,
beautiful and
likewise. And
awesome
much
day.
success to your show and everything else. So,
Thank
and
you.
we'll work on bringing you on when I start my podcast and get it up and running. I'll bring you on,
Oh
Stoney.
yes, I'll be
Yeah, we'll
there.
talk about our experience with the brownies or something by then.
Of course, no doubt. Go ahead and make that investment. You just never know what it'll lead to later. So, but we'll definitely talk soon.
All right. I
Have a
appreciate it.
beautiful day in the Sunshine State.
Thank you, love.
Okay, thanks. Bye bye.
All right.
We'll be back after this break. We'll be back with Barbara D. Tamakello. That's your camera. Welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show. Happy Thursday, I think it is. Is it Thursday?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Happy
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday it is.
And I would like to share with you guys. We have screenwriter, actress, producer Barbara
Tamaklo.
Tamaklo. I
Correct.
had my own name earlier, and it sound about right. Now I'm all
Sound about right.
confused. Tamaklo.
Correct.
Now, you're screenwriter, actress, and producer. How many movies do you have under your belt at this
Under my
moment?
belt, I have one movie being a screenwriter. It is a adaptation of a novel by the author Dennis Hendricks called Jones' Sister Secret. It's also available on Amazon. It is an adaptation, and I'm also in it, my actual debut.
Oh,
It's
congratulations.
about three sisters that are maneuvering this thing called life while trying to find love, rekindle family relationships, while harboring deep secrets that have the ability to heal or hurt.
Oh, wow, interesting. Where was this movie filmed?
The film, it was filmed here right here in Atlanta
Okay.
by New Magic Productions.
So Atlanta Wood is just doing its thing.
Atlanta,
People, everybody is just. This is the place to film, huh?
it is, it is.
Wow,
It's deep in culture. It's second to none.
that is so true.
Second to none.
Now, with you being a producer of this film, will you be writing and working on other films that are upcoming?
I'm actually the screenwriter for the film, and I'm also an actor in the film. However, it is produced by New Magic Productions.
So, when will this movie be out?
We have a trailer that is on my page, and it also will be shared with you all at the very end. We are in the process of getting funding and developing a pitch in order to bring it to networks. And let's
Oh,
hope very soon it will be on a network near you.
oh, that's nice. So maybe something like it. Will it be streaming like um, Netflix, Roku, Peacock, something like that?
Correct, correct,
Okay, streaming is the if you're dreaming, streaming is the thing.
if you're dreaming, streaming.
Yes,
Correct,
that's right.
correct.
So, what inspired you to become a screenwriter? Like, what? Because I know you just don't wake up.
You
This is
don't.
something,
You don't. I
right?
actually was looking at a documentary about cinematography, which is bringing the life of a film through the lens of the camera.
Oh,
And with that, it sparked my interest in order to a little bit deeper into it, and find out about what this process is. And through there, I decided to do a little research and figure out how could I get involved in that particular type of industry, and took a class on directing, producing, and directing through radio, film, and recording, film connection. Through there, I had graduated and got a call from the school saying that there was a local author who has a book who wanted to have it adapted into a screenplay. Being that I didn't have any basic screenwriter experience, but I'm in academia, so I understand about writing. If I've developed courses for local community college, things of that nature, I it wasn't necessarily unfamiliar to me, and I just started to say yes, and here I am today.
wow, that's amazing. Um, so after this movie has been pitched and it's out, there are other films to follow. I'm assuming.
Correct, correct. We actually have one other that I will be the role of the producer. It's called Blink Twice. It's about relationships, unity, loyalty, friendship, and tragedy, which actually lets you know the importance of not blinking twice, because what you have could be over in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's true. We take things for granted.
We take things for granted. That's actually written by Rashad Austin, and we are basically in production at this moment. And
Now, how do you guys, are you guys seeking actors and actresses?
we are seeking actors and actresses. Correct. There is Blink. You can send information to our Instagram page, which is called Blink Twice.
Okay.
We, I will also share that with you at the very end as well.
Okay, so you guys hear that. If you are interested in, there's a lot of great opportunities here in Atlanta. So if you are interested in becoming an actress or an actor or an actress, and or you have limited experience and you're looking for that window to just climb through and be able to start your career, there are a lot of resources. So if you would like to know more about these things and you haven't had a chance to jot down their information, make sure you email me at stonyloveatl@gmail.com. I will pass their information along to you to make sure that you get in touch with these producers and screenwriters, because they're looking for people, everyday people, to play these parts that are genuine and that can play these roles.
Correct.
So, do you do you find it hard here in Atlanta to find that talent that you're looking for, or?
Not necessarily. It's about people who are actually committed to doing it, understanding that in this industry it's about hurry up and wait.
Ah, okay.
You may have a particular timeline, but at the same time, as something happens and then it throws you off course, and you just have to learn how to be flexible, but to believe in the project and to know that it's going to come to fruition, but it may take a little bit longer than expected.
Now, are your roles paid roles, or are they based on experience of the actor or the actress?
We like to cast B-listers as well,
Okay.
but background, there's always opportunities for background individuals, one with limited talent or limited skill set. You must have talent, but limited skill set in terms of being in the industry itself. Some of the roles, it depends upon the stage it is. If it's developing a trailer, perhaps you won't be paid for that particular one. When it's picked up, you may be paid once it's picked up through production.
Oh, awesome.
There's many ways to work it. However, all in all, it's an opportunity to learn, opportunity to grow, opportunity to get your name out. Because we all are striving for success.
That's true.
We
That's
want to
true.
make that money.
That's true.
Okay, you just have to have faith.
Yeah, well, to make that money in this industry, you must be talented. I must emphasize that that the talent industry, the entertainment industry, is a very fickle industry,
It is.
and people can see from a mile away if you have that talent or not.
If you have that talent. Now they say that I'm a good actress. Some even say great actress.
Right.
However, I'm more of the back behind the scenes type of girl. But I cannot tell you I am overjoyed just by being on some great productions, which is Jones' Sister Secret,
Okay.
coming to a streaming platform near you.
Now that's filmed by Vivica Fox, is
Well,
correct?
this is the one that we actually have in production right now. We have a trailer already generated, and we're going to be pitching it for networks.
Okay.
But I'm also on Tyler Perry's Sisters,
Okay.
episode 13. Check your sister out. Episode 13, Sisters. I'm also on All the Queen's Men, Tyler Perry, All the Queen's Men, season 2. I believe it'll be airing on the 15th in terms of the season 2.
Now, what is your role on this particular?
I'm just background for Sisters. I'm a featured background
Okay.
artist. Okay. And for All the Queen's Men on BET, I'm background, but I have some great airtime. And I'm also on Finding Happy on Bounce TV, season 2.
So your resume is growing quite lengthy,
It is growing.
and it's getting stronger.
It is getting stronger. It's about, now these jobs I was paid to do.
Okay.
Of course, limited funds when you do background, but I would have done it for free. I would
When
have
it's
done it for
something,
free.
and I always tell people, when it's something that you love to do, you will do it for free.
You would do it for free. You
Yes,
would do it for
because
free.
the money will come.
The money will come.
If you are, when your heart is in it, trust me, the recognition will come, the awards will come,
Hmm.
and it would all just all come together.
That
So
is true.
sometimes you just have to say, okay, you know what? I'll step in and I'll give an hour or two of my time for this
Exactly.
because eventually it will pay off.
If you never do anything for free, you will never get paid what you're worth.
That is so true. I like that. I definitely like that. Now, I know that we started our show late today. We're going to share at some point in the show or at the edited version the trailers from Can't Get Right, which is a movie by the other filmmaker. And then we're going to show your trailer as well,
Jones' Sister Secrets.
Joan's Sister Secret. Now, who is playing in this movie, Joan's Sister Secret?
We have a diverse cast. I'm also in it. We have other several. It will be listed as
Are these B-listers?
these are B-listers.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
great.
the B-listers.
That's great. That's great. I'm excited about that, and hopefully, seeing the movie as well when it come out. Now, what is your best advice for any upcoming actresses or screenwriters who are having a difficult time getting their work seen or funding for what they want to do or show their work? What is your best advice to them?
Perseverance is key. Never give up, never give in. Just have faith to know that it's worthy. And in time, there's a key word, in time, eventually, it shall come to pass. Don't give up. Get out there, make your connections, strive. If it's strive for perfection, if it's something that has to be rewritten, rewrite it for funding, network, find out some of the best resources that you actually have, whether it be could be grant funding is or GoFundMe, crowdfunding. Figure out what part of the venture or the project you can do with limited budget. Perhaps you may want to do a short first. You may not have the extensive budget in order to do entire pilot or entire film. Perhaps you can do a short, or perhaps you can do a trailer. Those things will allow you to get the word out so that you be able to have something to show as you are pitching to get investors to come in to invest within in your project in order for it to go forward. Just do something every day that's going to get you closer to your goal. But the key is to not give up. Perseverance. Perseverance is the most important thing that I can think of in terms of moving forward. Without that, you're just stagnant.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. Um, that is some great advice. I don't know what it's like to be on your side of the spectrum of things, but um, you know, being a screenwriter, I'm sure making sure that all your I's and T's are dotted in your storytelling. You must know how it ends while you're writing the story. I was always told that because I just finished a book, and they said you can't finish the book unless you know how it ends
Right,
already.
right. So as
Is
I
that the
said,
same with screenwriting?
what's well, this particular project is a adaptation of a novel. So with in that process, you have to look at that story to figure out in that novel what things are you going to bring to the forefront. You already know the ending. Everything is there. Everything is vivid. But how are we going to change that story to fit a what is relevant, what will draw the attention of investors as well as an audience? and you have to build from there. It is a tedious process, even just straight out screenwriting. It's a tedious process, and it takes a right here, a rewrite, and a third rewrite, sometimes a fourth rewrite, but sometimes too, you have to, as a screenwriter, you have to step back and don't take things personal when the producer or the director say, hey, we want to go in this direction, or we think we need to add this, or we need to add that. It becomes your baby, and you get a little bit sensitive, but however, it's for the good of the film, because we want a great film. We want a great production. And there were long nights. There were early mornings. And we made it.
How long does the process take?
That process for the adaptation, it really only took about 3 months in order to get that, or less, to get that script to be where it should be. The production itself, you can do a production of a trailer in about a week. But then there's a lot of other things that are involved, like, of course, the casting takes a little bit of time. You have to do the locations. You have to find the locations. You have to get those, the actors and actresses prepped. You have to do table reads. All those things, all that stuff all that takes place with getting a production. So there are a lot of moving pieces.
A lot of tedious process to make
Right.
the dream work.
There's a lot of tedious processes to make the dream work, and I consider myself, and many others consider myself as that girl. If you want it done, call that girl.
That girl.
So my hand is in many parts of the trailer. So I was a screenwriter. I'm also in it. I've assisted the producer. I'm doing public PA,
Right.
casting. I found locations. All of those things I had to assist in the project, within this project. So my resume is growing extensively every day, by the minute, by the second.
That's good. That's what they want. So when they look at you for that major role,
For that major role.
yes, that's going to be a wonderful day,
It
a
will
wonderful
be,
feeling.
eventually.
Yes, eventually. I plan on dipping my hand into some acting soon.
Okay.
I started out in acting and doing stage plays as a kid, modeling and all of that. But this is where my home is,
Okay.
interviewing,
Interviewing.
allowing other people to have the spotlight, the moment to shine, and to tell about themselves. I'm okay with taking the back seat for right now.
But for right now, by the grace of God, you will be where you want to be. You are.
I am where I want to be right
You are
now.
where you want to be, and nothing nothing
Right.
you're going through shall be wasted.
That's right. I
Nothing
am
your
where
experience shall be wasted.
exactly, and I do agree with that. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I just want to thank everybody who supports the Stoney Love Show, and such as yourself and all of the people that are waiting to get on. I see your emails. I'm responding. It's just me, and as I grow, I will be looking for a booking agent. So I'm looking for someone who isn't starstruck and who is humble, and that when they see the stars, know that they're too one of them, and that they don't go crazy. Because we're all stars,
We're all superstars.
and we're all shine bright, but we all shine. Some of us are light are brighter than others, and so, but we still not supposed to dim the other stars as well. So, but when we're saying that, when I'm looking for someone who can work side by side with me and help me to continue to grow as a morning personality. And so I've had no luck with that, because most of the people say, "Oh, I'm not starstruck," but then they are. So as we go about growing, I want to say thank you for everyone that watches the show, support the show. And as we get ready to close, I would like for you to tell everybody where they can find you and find a copy of your trailer if they want to see it. I know that we're going to air it here as well,
Hmm.
but then you may also want to tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at on my IG, which is Barbara Tamaklo, Tamaklo. The trailer link is also there. You can see this wonderful project and take a look at our absolute fabulous cast. You can also find me. My Facebook is Barbara Jackson, Jackson.
Barbara Jackson. I would have
Yes, ma'am.
never I would have never known to find
To
you under that.
find me there, that is, since I'm divorced, I went back to my old roots.
Yeah, when I got divorced, I kept my name. I was like Tina Turner when
Tina Turner,
he says, "What do you want, ma'am?" I said, "Just give me my baby and I'll keep my name."
keep my name.
He says, "Granted, and you're now free to remarry." I was like, "Woo woo."
Well, that's another story.
I know in my life. Well, when they get through telling my life story, I think we're going to have everybody on the edge of the seat. So I just want to share with everybody, if you want to be on the Stoney Love Show, if you would like to become a sponsor of the Stoney Love Show, and if you want to tell your story, anything of that nature, email me at stonyloveatl@gmail.com or stoneyloveshow@gmail.com. He who is not courageous enough to take a risk will accomplish nothing in life. So get up, take a risk. Even if you don't have the money, do the best you can. That's all I can tell you. Is do the best you can with what you have, and the universe will make a way for the rest. And I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm old and I can't remember who my guest is tomorrow. So just watch my page. I'll announce it later today. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Clark TV Network, 108 Praise Radio. And I hope I'll see you at the Stellar Awards this weekend or some of the events. Yeah, I'll be there. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the morning.
Thank you.
Very welcome.